Hey, good morning, everybody. Tiger Talltree Perspective. I want to get right into it. I don't want to waste no time. The other day, I was about to explain to y'all what I was talking about when I was like, I hope the women don't set us up again. And I'm explaining to you what I'm talking about. Over the last 2 years, I've been saying that it's been the women's fault for the men being kicked out of the house and how society has used women to socially engineer everything from how to backbreak a slave. Remember, with all the slaves, how did the slave masters get all the slaves in check? They used the women. How did the government get all the men out the house? They gave the women certain stuff for the women to get kick the men out the house. Now, I'm seeing patterns. Now, a couple of months ago, I did an interview with a young lady, a friend of mine, Sister Herb 01. All right? And in that interview, I was asking her, why did all the women kick the men out the house? She's an older lady, and she explained that a lot of it wasn't just because the women wanted the men out the house. They were just manipulated to kick the men out the house because they needed the financial gain that the government would have gave them under the circumstances that was going on. Now, that's the pattern I'm seeing right now, is the circumstances. All right? What were the circumstances that convinced the women to kick the men out the house? One, the economy was bad as hell. 2, drugs. And 3, we was at war at the time, right? So the reason why I bring this up, because I can see the social engineering of the same thing happen again. I'm 55 years old. I was born in 1971. I was born at almost the end of the first generation of not having fathers in the house, so I seen everything. I know what I'm talking about. So what am I seeing? What is Tiger seeing? Okay, first, the first thing is the drug epidemic that we having. A lot of men were addicted to drugs back then, whether it's because they came back from the war or whatever, but there was a lot of drug use back in those days, and it was a lot of men addicted to drugs that got the women addicted to drugs. Right now, drug use is high. They even got fake marijuana, what is it, THCA and all this other stuff. The people don't even know what it is. All 2 years ago, everybody taking honey packs, and if you look at one of those things, they don't even have ingredients on it. Everybody's used to putting anything in their body. Drugs. The other part of it is the women kick the men out the house, but this time around, the women aren't going to have to kick the men out the house. You know why? Because you women aren't even letting the men in the house. I want to ask a quick question. I asked somebody this the other day, but who started would you want to be with a man or a bear in the woods? Who started that, ladies? Do y'all even know who you're following? Y'all tend to follow a lot of trends because it's a trend, but y'all don't know what you're following. So let me explain to you what I'm talking about, the trend, the patterns that I'm seeing. One, for the last 2 years, women have been saying they don't need men. That's what y'all been saying. Y'all don't need men. Not that y'all don't want men to holler at y'all, that we creeps for talking at the gym and all that, but y'all just don't need us. Y'all don't even want us. That's where you're fucking up at. And that's where you fucked up the first time around, when you claim y'all didn't need us. Now here it is at the end of this crap, you hearing women talking about who came up with feminism? We don't really want to work. Why ain't the men having us? Because y'all been socially engineered to tell us to get the fuck out of here. That's the first part that I'm seeing. The second part, like I said, with the drugs, and now the third part, war. Why did I bring this up today? This morning I'm reading, I do that once in a while. I start reading and doing research and everything. Starting in December 2026, they're talking about signing up all military-able men for the draft starting in December. So you got the women not even wanting men in the house. You got a lot of these young kids addicted to these drugs. And now you got it's about to be drafted in with this war that's about to be started, because I don't think, in my opinion, education, entertainment purposes only, I don't think that these people want Trump to succeed in anything. Now, why is this a bigger problem that I'm seeing, even worse than just kicking the men out the house? Because once I read today that there's a draft, that they're going to start signing up these young men, military-age men. Now, remember, they just raised the military age to 45. Which means they could draft your ass at 45. If you 45 and under, they could send your ass to war. That's number one. Just remember that. That's about to happen in December. So that means a lot of men, if this fucking war in Iran and all this really jumps off, that these globalists really want, they don't want Trump to win. So I wouldn't be surprised if they jump off something major. And I've been saying that. That's why I always talk about being prepared. I don't give a fuck if it's a Democrat or Republican in office. I'm not just a Trump supporter. I voted for Trump because Hillary was worst choice, and so was Kamala. But it doesn't matter whether it's Trump or anybody else. It's about how you're going to survive whatever bullshit they put you in. Now here come the BS. Once there's war and they start drafting your young sons and your husbands and your boyfriends and your fathers and your cousins and all these men start getting shipped to war, what does that mean, ladies? That means there's not going to be hardly no men here in America to protect your fucking ass. Yeah. Half you women say y'all don't want no fucking men. All right, when all the men is at war and all you're sitting here, watch the sex trafficking start again. Watch all you women start getting snatched again. Watch all your fucking kids get snatched. Remember, Trump just took down Epstein and all these fucking pedophile rings and sex trafficking rings and all organ harvesting rings and all this shit's been taken down. These people need this shit back. They're evil. And you women are going to let them do that shit again by telling the men y'all don't fucking need us. So when all shit breaks, I hope it don't happen, but this is the tea leaves or the bones that I'm reading. Because if they talking about drafting the young, available military-aged men in America to go to fucking war, which everybody keep talking about World War III, right? That keep saying it's coming, and when it comes, and they start drafting you fucking young men, and they're going, that means half you ladies are going to be here by your fucking self, and only person gets picked is a bunch of old men. And a lot of old men that don't even like you bitches no more because y'all said, fuck us. Real talk. I'm being honest with y'all. This is what I'm seeing right now. Because all y'all saying, fuck us. So let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't want the men in the house, which is fine, y'all can stick to that. Y'all better start going to get your gun license. Go to the gun range and learn how to defend yourself. You better start going to take some self-defense classes. You better start looking at some of my survival series on how to barricade your fucking doors. Because what's going to happen is when there's no men around to protect you women who claim y'all don't need no fucking men, watch how many women start missing. Watch the sex trafficking and sex organ harvesting and all that shit start skyrocketing again. They need to keep that going, and they need y'all not to be protected. And y'all keep saying y'all don't need us until y'all gonna need us. And it's gonna be like the little boy that cried wolf. Y'all gonna cry for men to come back, and we gonna be like, fuck it. And here's the problem. It's not even the older women. A lot of older women's already set. They get their Social Security. They got the alimony checks. They're divorced. They got the house. They got everything. They're financially straight with a couple of dollars coming in. The older women are good. They rock the system. But what about the young girls, my daughter's age? Are y'all women gonna forget about them? This is what I'm talking about when I say raising these girls. I'm trying to put my daughter's position where, because based on the way you fucking ladies are acting right now, y'all look like y'all about to set the next generation of women up for fucking failure. Because ain't no women out here right now telling you women like, yeah, you might want a husband around. You might want somebody to help protect you. Not just provide. Because that's all y'all keep pushing. If a man ain't making $1 million, so what? We don't need him. Okay, he makes $60,000. You don't want him. Now he's going to stay over there by himself and all hell going to break loose and y'all going to be like, where the men to protect us? How many of you goddamn women be out there seeing a man smack a woman be like, your man ain't going to do nothing? Y'all just watch him smack me? Yeah. Because that's the position y'all asked to be in. Do y'all want to stay in that position? If not, you better start changing around. And you ladies need to start talking to these young girls and let them know that, yo, you need to start figuring out a way to keep a man around for safety. Go ask them Spanish women in Mexico and all them South American countries where all those women were snatched and sex trafficked all the way up into America and the shit they did to them women and to them girls and to them little kids. Them coyotes or whatever they call. Ask some of these women the shit they went through to get from down there all the way up here. And all y'all think y'all gonna be safe because, oh, we don't need a man, we don't need that, we don't need this. Okay. What happened this winter when the fucking snow came? Half y'all couldn't even shovel your snow. One girl was like, oh, she got a flat tire, and she's sitting there and realized that nobody's gonna come to help her. She ain't got no man to call, nobody even wait there for her for the tow truck to come. Because y'all said F us. And the repercussions of that F us is gonna come back to y'all ladies. This is what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing that They're socially engineering y'all to say F us, get us out the way, and then they're going to start snatching y'all again. And that's the real pattern. Draft is coming back in December 2026. And they didn't say women going to be signed up for the draft. They said military age men. That means they're not going to do the females. Which means who's going to be left here? A whole bunch of groups of women. And who you think going to get snatched again? Y'all better watch what the fuck y'all doing. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm out right now to try to protect my daughters. And I said before I die and go see my late wife Yolanda, I need to make sure that you people are on point right now. And you better be on point because it's happening. No men in the house. Drug epidemic. The economy is like shit right now. Look at gas prices. It cost me $35 to fill my truck up to a half a tank. That means it's $70 to fill up my gas tank. And I got a 6-cylinder. And now they're talking about war and drafting you. That's all the things you need to snatch y'all. For history to repeat itself. I'm Tiger Talltree. Till next time, until the next time, ladies, please, it's imperative that you start talking to these young girls and tell them the truth. That is not easy being a woman living by yourself in bad times. There's predators out there. And if none of y'all don't know how to defend yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's when you're going to find out that the men don't really give a fuck about y'all no more. Because y'all told us not to. I'm Tiger Talltree. Till next time, until the next time, step up your game, ladies. Please help.